Hello guys, my name is Jairo Ramos and I am an EHD 5005. This is my digital observation video for fall 2018. So I was fortunate to be able to observe in Thomas Elementary School. The surroundings of the school look like a decent neighborhood. They're mostly small houses really close together. I didn't see any homeless people around it, but yet again, it's Fresno and there's a lot of people who are homeless all around. The school itself is also a decent size compared to other elementaries. The environment from the school is pretty calm, and when I drove up to school, I didn't see anyone walking around, and it seemed like nothing happens in that area. I would say that the school and the community are similar in the way that they're both small and calm. Okay, so let's talk about analysis and conclusion. Basically, the teacher would have rules written out in like a form of a poster, and she would put it up on the wall. She would also write down the lessons, like what they would be doing and stuff, and the times. She would be really strict on that. I noticed that some of the times when the students would go behind, she would stop the assignment and start an assignment that the time was written up on the board. I noticed that the classroom was arranged in a certain way where the students could not engage with each other. All the desks were facing forward to where the teacher is at and where she's doing her lessons. The students are very diverse when it comes to their intellectual level. In class, there are pretty much all the materials that an elementary school should need. I saw that they had books, and in the desks, they would have pencils and erasers for students who might lost theirs. As far as I saw, the materials were in good condition, the desk looked new, and the classroom itself was in good shape. Okay, so conclusion and reflection. So the first question is, what are the goals of the school? How do you know? So the goals of the school are basically to educate the students successfully, to teach them the basics of what the grade is teaching them, and how to apply what they are being taught. Another thing that is one of the school goals is to make the students comfortable to engage with other students as well. The reason why I know these are one of the goals that the school has is that the teacher makes them participate with other students and make them think by themselves to see what they know and what they don't know. And what they don't know, try and teach it a different way and see if that way actually works. How are students sorted, taught, and treated for purpose of meeting school goals? So as I mentioned earlier, the students are sorted in a way where they cannot face each other. They're all facing towards the teacher. It's more of a teacher-centered classroom where the teacher is the only one talking, the only one asking questions, and letting them know to see who knows the answer to what by asking the students and making them raise their hand. So another question asks, what did you see schools doing to support and encourage students' achievement? What I would see is that sometimes the principal would announce that whoever's class was the top class in a certain area, let's say reading, they would have a pizza party, and I would see that the students would work harder and start to read more. And I think that's one of the ways they encourage students to achieve. Were all children being offered equal or fair opportunity to learn? I would say yes. All the resources and the way that the teacher would teach the students would be the same. Sometimes if a certain student wouldn't know how to do a certain task, the teacher would try a different way, but just on them, because she would see results on most of the people. But if it got to the point where the student did not know it in any way, the teacher would just show it back again to how she was teaching it to the whole class. Do the resources available reflect the multicultural society? Inside the classroom, there are not that many figures of only one type of culture. It's more of a general culture society, which I think all the students can relate to. Are students free to express different ideas, tasks, questions of teachers, or contribute to the class from their own perspectives? The teacher has never gotten in trouble a student for doing this. She encourages to have students share what they know from their own experience and from their own cultures. That way other students could have an idea of what they're thinking. So after doing 45 hours of observing a second grade class at Thomas Elementary School, I could say that I learned a lot. I would read the books that were assigned and the lessons in class, and all those things that I got to see put into use during the classroom.